Hamjambo. Hello, my name is David and today I'm telling you the story of the squirrel and the baboon. Welcome. Many years ago, Nyani the baboon and Chididi the squirrel were neighbors, but they were not yet friends. Nyani had no time for friends. She spent her nights singing her child to sleep and her days searching for her child's favorite food, pumpkins. All day and night her child would cry, quieting only when her mother would return with pumpkins for dinner. Chididi saw how often Nyani left, and he was a curious squirrel who wanted to see how his baboon neighbor lived. He climbed down from his home in the tree and into Nyani's home. Sneakily, he entered her home and began to look around. Then he shouted and cheered as he discovered the pumpkins Nyani had brought home for her child. You see, Chididi loved pumpkins just as much as Nyani's child. Hungry himself, he wasted no time eating as many pumpkins as he could find, not hearing the cries of Nyani's child as he ate. When he had his fill, he left. For many days and nights, this continued. When Nyani returned, she wondered why her child cried so loudly after eating so many pumpkins. She had no idea that Chididi ate them instead. Greedy, hungry Chididi would sneak into Nyani's home when she left and would eat the pumpkins she found, leaving Nyani's child hungry and crying. But one day, Chididi did not notice Nyani stepping back into her home. She watched him gobble up pumpkin after pumpkin until he had his fill. When he tried to escape, she grabbed him and roared, "You greedy squirrel! My child goes hungry because of you. I will punish you." Nyani made Chididi very scared. She was well built and much larger than him. So he begged for mercy and said, "Please, if you let me go, I will take you and all the baboons to a field where pumpkins grow past the horizon. Enough to feed your child for years. Please forgive me." Nyani was mad, but she was curious about what the squirrel said, and thus she let him go. His offer was too good to ignore. She gathered all tribe mates, and they followed Chididi to a field where row after row of pumpkins grew giant and plump. When they arrived, Chididi climbed up a tree and started to chitter and sing. The guards who watched the pumpkins got curious and listened to his beautiful voice. Nyani led her fellow baboons into the fields. Together, they took pumpkin after pumpkin, stashing them where the guards would never find them and thanking Chididi for the bountiful harvest. When the guards realized that Chididi had tricked them, it was too late. The field now sat half empty, and the baboons were long gone. The guards shouted at Chididi, angry at his betrayal. Now squirrels would fear humans and avoid them at all costs. The baboons had taken their pumpkin and slid down the hill back to their homes. In their hurry, they scraped the hair off their behinds, which is why they no longer have hair back there. They celebrated and feasted. Together, the squirrels and baboons worked as a team to gather food and stay safe. Nyani and Chididi, now friends, inspired them all. They shared the same trees, and the baboons keep watch to ensure the squirrels are kept safe. And that, my friends, is the story of the baboon and the squirrel. I hope you enjoyed the story. Until next time, kwaheri, goodbye.